Okay, it's Kevin. I'm here with with
Brendan.
Hey, Brendan. Brendan has said he's been with the Occupy Wall Street movement and just arrived in D.C. today. According to news reports, Brendan, they say that many people from the Occupy, like Denver, San Diego, San Francisco, they're coming to Washington, D.C. Now, can you tell me about the structure part?
The structure that we have back here was erected overnight, actually. As I understand it, it was put together, it was assembled, or it was constructed and kept in pieces, and it was assembled overnight. They did a pretty fair job of getting it going before the police stepped in and made them stop.
Okay, now, I didn't mean to cut you off. Brendan, they say that the main problem here is you are building this structure without a permit. That's why they came and basically moved in on Occupy DC.
That's my understanding as well, yeah.
Okay, I also heard there was some arrests today. They said tear gas was used, blah, blah, blah. I want to get a first-hand account.
I have been here since 2 o'clock. In that time, there has been no tear gas used. I haven't seen any pepper spray or other...
Pepper spray, excuse me.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. That's not to say it didn't happen earlier in the day. The arrests that I saw were all peaceful. It appeared I'm actually on this side of the street, not over in the camp, because I was recording and watching people as they were being arrested to, keep an eye on things, because cameras are everyone's friend in my mind.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's why we're citizen reporters. Whether you're on one side or the other,
keeping everyone polite.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, keep the game fair.
But the protesters that were arrested first were inside the structure, and they were taken out one at a time. Some of them went on their own. Some of them did choose to go limp.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't resist. They went limp. It's a very different thing. They did have to be carried out, but they did not in any way attack the officers or actively resist.
Okay. Let's just say they didn't resist. They just did what they said they were going to do.
Right. Since then, that we had 6 people up on the rooftop. 2 of them chose to jump into the big pillowy thing that they brought out. They did flips. It was pretty exciting. The others, 2 or 3 of them climbed into the cherry picker when they were pulled over. One was actually the guy in the cherry picker harnessed him and physically pulled him into the bucket. He in no way helped them, and then they had to carry him to the paddy wagon. And we still have one guy up there who is still up there.
Roger that. So, what is if you don't mind me asking, Brendan, what is the purpose of the structure? Now, I know there have been a lot of tense things. You have a hospital. I'm a Washingtonian, so I kind of know what's going on. But the permanent structure, is this a symbol saying that they're going to permanently take over the park, or is it more of a structure to say we're in this for the long run?
I honestly can't speak to that intelligently. I haven't heard from people why the structure was set up. Nobody has mentioned that to me, and the conversations I've been having have more been revolving around the plan going forward and what is expected to happen tonight than why the building was there, so I can't speak to that.
Now, Brendan, if you can see behind us, they're moving the cherry picker in. The demonstrators are chanting, the occupiers are chanting. You said that one guy was physically pulled into the cherry picker earlier.
Yes.
Is this a cherry picker that the police have set up, or is this a cherry picker that is part of the demonstration?
To my understanding, it is from Park Services.
Okay.
It's a government equipment. And if I had to guess, this guy that's just coming in is probably going to be the same story. They're going to have to physically in here, which is going to be interesting to where they can get to.
Well, thank you, Brendan. I'm going to try to move into the park right now and talk to some of your fellow Occupy Wall Streeters. Thank you for giving me a fair assessment of what's going on.
Absolutely.
I've given you my assessment of what happened. So what the press has said, Brendan's giving me his assessment as Occupy Wall Street. Now we're going to try to move into the park and see what's going on.